Mr. Lou Esbin, BK Attorney Extraordinaire, Mr. Debt Doctor.
Well, in my mind, there's only, according to the state bar, there's only 110 certified specialists. So to me,
That's
that's the realm.
out of how many?
270,000 lawyers.
Wow.
So okay. That just solidifies we work with the best of the best. There's no doubt about it. And Lou Esbin, you're one of them. Thank you very much for being
Absolutely,
part
it's
of
always
this
fun.
group. This is great. I mean, the group we're talking about is called the Professional Resource Group. You're going to see a lot because we're going to be reaching out to as many of you as possible. We're going to reach out to you to help you and your family without a doubt. For example, I know, Lou, you have stories about how you help people by giving them the correct advice about their financial situation that has completely changed their life or even saved their marriage in a lot of cases, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's people come in and they're really stressed out and they have a lot of questions and they're all over the place. And what I do is I kind of go through a script with them, and so I walk them through what they need to know and what they need to provide me as far as information. And then I try to assist them in providing them this information so they can make a decision. A couple came in not long ago, and they had done a modification on their first, which was $925,000. They had a second for $120,000, and they said, well, and there's an $80,000. We think it's a third. I said, well, what do you mean it's a third? And apparently, when they did the loan mod, the bank took the amount in default and put it on the back end, and their property is worth about $650.
Wow.
And so you have to be able. So for me, I have to be able to tell them, look, here's where the market is. Here's what you could do. Here's your options for bankruptcy, short sales, loan mods, and whatnot. And working with you guys, I get a better understanding of what they need to know about really moving the house through the market, or what their timing may be. I mean, Steve, people just think, oh, escrow, they're the ones that I signed all the documents before. This guy's got knowledge that most people don't realize that as an escrow, he really is the captain of the ship and moving that sail through.
Well, he's the best networker I've ever known, and because Steve Korn, owner of Newhall Escrow, puts out extra effort to make sure you're aligned with the very best professionals. And actually, Steve, I see that as more your role than just making sure that their paperwork is filled out. You do look out for their best interests without a doubt, but you also align them and make sure they're getting the best advice possible on the biggest purchase of their life.
I thanks Don and Lou for those comments. I look at myself as a connector, and when you connect people to people, you better be sure who you're dealing with, because they're a reflection of you. So I've made it a point to surround myself with the best of the best, because I want it to be a reflection of me, and I take that responsibility very seriously,
Yes,
as we all do, because we want to align ourselves with people that care, that have compassion, and know what they're doing, and are the best in the field of what they do. And I wanted to make one significant comment about the field that we all seem to tap into, which is real estate. I've been training realtors for a good period of time now, and my most recent message that I keep repeating, and I said it once before today, it's not about selling real estate or doing loans. It's about helping people. And I realize that in today's economy, a good percentage of our community who are homeowners are in various states of trouble.
Absolutely.
And so accordingly, there comes with that a lot of emotions. You can describe, think about it. They're afraid, they're ashamed, they're confused, they're frightened, they're upset,
Embarrassed,
all these things. Okay, so,
and they don't always agree.
That's true.
Right.
So the point is, when we have an opportunity to get our hands around them and get their attention, our job is to make them realize that the sooner they take action on their situation, the faster they'll reach the road to their financial future, because they do have options.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Absolutely correct.
Gino's about to jump out of his seat. That's his favorite thing.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, the reality is what this group is going to do is treat it like a computer system where you put in all your problems and all your situations and all this stuff, and what we're going to spit out is options. And then once you have the options, take action. We want to empower you so that you can make decisions from a place of confidence, not from a place of fear. Empower you so that you can make good decisions by having the right options in your hands.
And it's so important to get the people of this valley back into the economy.
Yay.
I remember as a senior in college, and I had an upper-level finance class, the professor brought in a Barbie doll house, and it was empty. And he says, this is the economy. And then he brought in the furniture and the furnishings and the clothing. He says, and this is how you build an economy. And it was around the house. And it's true. When you look at it, what's in a house? There's a car in the garage, there's carpeting, there's furniture, there's clothing, there's people.
Construction.
America revolves around its house. And we have to get back into that. And people need to be able to afford their housing. And I think that's what we're all trying to struggle with. We're not going to get it from Washington. We're not going to get it from Sacramento. We're going to get it because we're going to empower each other and our clients and the people we work with to get through this.
Good point. That was Lou Esbin with Esbin Law. We have Steve Korn, owner of Newhall Escrow, on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KH, speaking to you about a new professional alliance group that we have put together to align you with the very best professionals in all of Santa Clarita. And we're talking the best. We're talking people that have over 25 years experience in most cases, very accountable to Santa Clarita. We live here in Santa Clarita. We love Santa Clarita, and we love you and want to make sure you get the help you need, because that's what we're doing. We're reaching out.
So what's really important is that you reach out, and you can get to Don and I at 661-347-2633. That's our direct cell phone number. You will reach us. It's not a call center. And just reach out and let us know what's going on, and we'll direct you in the right direction so that you can get the right advice.
That's 347-2633 or 1-855-DG Radio. That's easy. 855-DG Radio. We want you to reach out.
And timing is everything. I think obviously our community has been in need of this for some time now, and we individually we've been doing our best to do what we can, but collectively we could be so much more powerful. And this is a resource for you listeners to tap into, to cut to the chase, get through all the hullabaloo, and get right down to the bottom line of what you need to know.
It's going to be a great resource. We're going to have basically our own blog and website that you can gather up all this information on. And then we're going to have you basically, if you want to gather up regular information on a regular basis, we'll have you give us our email address so that we can share with you advice, tips from all these professionals. We're talking a dozen of the best professionals we can find for you. And that's our goal on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, is to help you every week. I want to thank Steve Korn.
Thank you very much for having me on the show today. It's been awesome.
Very cool. Always good having your advice here, Steve. And, of course, the debt doctor himself, Lou Esbin with Esbin Law. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.